Okay kids, get on your cowboy boots as we're leaving the studio today to explore Corrales, New Mexico to find out why this little gem hidden along the Rio Grande River Valley is so popular amongst people moving to the American Southwest. It's got giant trees and a small town feel. We're gonna find out why people love the Southwestern architecture, what is adobe, what the heck is an acequia, and why are all these things so important when living in Corrales. Plus, stay to the end of this video where I'm gonna take you on a tour of a Southwestern mansion that you're gonna absolutely fall in love with. This is all about Albuquerque. Hey, it's Skip at SoldBySkip, and we post videos like this every week. So if it's your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything about Albuquerque and Corrales, Rio Rancho, and all the surrounding areas, be sure to tap that subscribe button, then ring the little bell. That way you're notified every time we post a new video. Now, my team has been helping people from literally all over the world now buy and sell homes here in Albuquerque and the surrounding areas, and we look forward to connecting with you too. So give me a call or shoot me a text. Located just outside of Albuquerque, Corrales has remained virtually unchanged since it was settled like in the 18th century. And it's got a small town feel, and that's what people love about it, is the charm. But coming along with small town mentality are some growing issues. For instance, there's really only like one way in and out of Corrales. There's one major road. It's Corrales Road, and it runs through town. It's a 35-mile-an-hour zone, so be sure not to speed through. Good news is, as small a village as Corrales is, right at the entrance you'll find all the modern amenities that you'll need. There's options for dining like Italian food, Flying Star is good for breakfast. For shopping, there's also Sprouts Organic Market, which is the poor man's Whole Foods, as you know. Coming in the back way through Rio Rancho into Corrales, you drop into the valley and you're greeted with great views of the Albuquerque surrounding areas. You can see the green canopy of the tall cottonwood trees that run along the Rio Grande Valley and the surrounding Sandia Mountains. What makes Corrales so unique is that each property is going to be different. You're going to have a multi-million-dollar custom home on acreage next to an original adobe home that's been there for 100 years. So when it comes to valuing properties, it can get a little tricky. You know, this home is right next door to this home, but this home doesn't have electricity. So make sure you're working with a professional to understand what the values are. We've bought and sold a handful of properties in Corrales, and one of my favorite things is always exploring different horse properties. Some properties have vineyard, but all of them have the charm that keeps people coming from all over the world to check out this little village. One of the main selling features of living in a small town like Corrales is all the mom and pop shops. You know, whether it's a coffee shop or grocery store, it just has that small town feel.
Hello, I can start it for you.
Oh, hi, can I grande cold brew with some non-fat foam? We even have some breweries as well, but what makes it charming is that everything is locally owned and operated. Much like every town in America, breweries have taken over Albuquerque and the surrounding areas. One of my favorite places to go is Novo Brewery, and the reason is they'll have food trucks, which, by the way, let's talk about food trucks. Where do food trucks get off charging full price for meals that you have to stand there and eat? They're always nice at food trucks, but it's like, you gotta tip extra, the food takes forever to come out, and then you gotta stand there and like eat it out of a basket. Here's what I like about Novo though. They have a giant outdoor space, which is fun to take kids. The food trucks aren't that bad, and honestly, the beer is good. Try the Mass Ascension. That's a nod to the Balloon Fiesta, where we have the Mass Ascension where all the balloons go up. It's my favorite, you'll love it. Question: which social media platform are you most active on? Are you big into Instagram, or do you prefer to tweet? Whatever your answer, I'd love for you to connect with me there. All you have to do is type @SoldBySkip and follow along. I want to be a resource for you on the platform that matters most to you. So, subscribe, and I'll see you there soon. Corrales schools are so desirable because the population's so small that the teacher-to-kid ratio is very good. And the elementary school is right here on the main drag. So in Corrales, we fear change because we like to keep that old tradition and small town feel. So when it comes to building properties or building homes, expanding homes, it does take a little bit longer to get the approval process because, you know, the neighbors are always gonna have something to say. Now, the lots in Corrales are a little bit wonky because as it was settled in like the 18th century, they had bigger land parcels. And then over the years, the families would subdivide and hand the land and down to descendants. So now when you go through, you'll have a nice house, but it's on this long, like skinny rectangle. It's an acre, but it's like you could land an airplane. It's just like an airstrip is all it is, instead of going wide. Anyways, you'll notice that when you drive around Corrales. One of the selling features of living in a place like Corrales is the large trees, the location close to the river. But with big trees and different types of trees, you're gonna run into seasonal allergies. And just to show you how bad it can be in some areas, check out the pollen on my car. And with giant trees can come some issues. If you live in Corrales and you have an acre lot, more than likely you're gonna need a landscaper to come and help deal with all the leaves. New Mexico style homes are usually made out of adobe. People from all over the world like the style but don't quite understand what adobe is. It's basically river mud and grass that's like, dried into bricks. It gives Corrales and New Mexico a very unique look and architecture. Running through some of the neighborhoods, you'll find acequias, and these are irrigation ditches that allow the ranchers to use water from the Rio Grande to irrigate their fields for the alfalfa for the horses or whatever they happen to be growing. It's a great way and a huge selling feature, especially if you own horses. You can ride up and down the acequias under the shade of the cottonwood trees. And that is the quintessential Corrales afternoon. And that's why people love living here. Most of the lots in Corrales are gonna be a minimum of an acre. So come along as we take a tour of this Southwestern style quintessential Corrales home. It's got thick adobe walls, high wooden beam ceilings, and it's even got its own horse arena. So take a look and tell me what you think of the gleaming brick floors and cool floor plan as it weaves in and out of history, meeting old world style with new amenities. People from all over the world love our Southwestern architecture for its thick adobe walls, exposed wood beams, and beautiful fireplaces. 123 Ashley Lane here in Corrales is an exceptional property straight out of a catalog. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath on just over an acre. The home includes a giant flex space for an office or additional living space. If the kitchen is the heart of the home, then this home has plenty of heart. Highlighted by stainless steel appliances, chef's style range with a pasta pot filler, this kitchen is going to be sure to please. One way to blow off steam is in your own private oasis. This bathroom has a built-in spa-like feel with a walk-in shower and gorgeous finishes. What makes this home so unique is the layout. It's wall to wall with usable space and custom finishes. And check out this Southwestern fireplace. We've got 2 of them. So if you're thinking about making a move to, in, or around Albuquerque or Corrales, be sure to reach out. You can always give me a call and shoot me a text, and I'll show you around personally. And again, if you're getting any value out of this content, you should check out my YouABQ podcast on both Spotify and YouTube. I sit down with local community leaders and business owners to talk about everything Albuquerque. And each episode, as a thank you, will wrap up with what we call Skip's Tips, which is just a nugget of information that allows you to save time, make some more money, or just have more fun in real estate or real life. Again, that's the YouABQ podcast. Be sure to follow along. Wait. Before you leave, I want to share another video you might find informative by clicking up here. And lastly, friends, don't forget to subscribe by clicking this link to stay up to date with future videos. As always, visit SoldBySkip.com for a free list of homes priced to sell. Thanks for watching.